Hello and welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to learn about hydrocarbons. What are the hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are the compound which are made from carbon and hydrogen. The name itself suggests hydro and carbon. Afterward, there are so many substitute group like aldehyde, carboxylic acid will be add on to the carbon hydrogen chain. But basically, these compounds are made from carbon and hydrogen. In hydrocarbons, there are three types of hydrocarbons. First one are alkanes, second one are alkenes, and third one are alkynes. How these three are differing from each other? So alkanes are single bonded compounds, alkenes are double bonded compound, and alkynes are triple bonded compound. And because of their bond, here it is double bond and here it is triple bond. So when carbon and carbon is attached with double bond and carbon is attached with triple bond, they are known as alkene series hydrocarbons, and when carbon and carbon is attached with triple bond, they are from the alkyne series. So these two compounds are known as unsaturated hydrocarbons. These both are unsaturated. Why they are known as unsaturated? Saturated means whose valency is completely satisfied. They are our alkanes. So they are saturated hydrocarbons. Why they are saturated? Because carbon is attached with a single bonded with all other hydrogen or substitute group. So its carbon's valency is completely satisfied. So that's why it is known as saturated. Where is here the carbon's valency is not completely satisfied and they are going for double bond and triple bond. That's why they are known as unsaturated hydrocarbons. So saturated are alkanes and unsaturated are alkenes and alkynes. Now let us talk about the homologous series. What is a homologous series? A homologous series means one series, that is our alkane. This is our alkane. So alkane is one homologous series. That means whatever compounds are saturated, carbon-carbon single bond or carbon and hydrogen single bond, and they are from alkane series. How can we see that it is from the alkane series? So for that we do have one homologous series formula, that is CnH2n plus 2. This is homologous series formula for alkane. It is CnH2n plus 2. What is n? N is our integer. So when we are keeping n equals to 1 in this, for example C1H2 multiplied by 1 plus 2, then we are getting CH4. This will be the first member of our alkane series. And if we will see the structure of this methane, then carbon is attached with 4 different hydrogen, and that is our CH4, and its name is methane. So this is the first member of our alkane series. Now let us take n equals to 2 and see which compound we will get. So it will be C2H6. It is ethane. And what will be the structure? Carbon-carbon single bond, and one carbon is attached with 3 different hydrogen in this compound. So this compound is known as ethane, where this is known as methane. So this is our homologous series of alkane, in which all the carbon-carbon single bond will be there. Now let us go for alkenes. Alkenes are the double bonded compound in which carbon-carbon double bond should be there. This is our homologous formula, that is CnH2n. When we are taking C equals to 1, we will get H2. So CH2, that is a non-corresponding alkenes. First thing, the carbon's valency is not satisfied, and second thing, it doesn't contain any carbon-carbon double bond. So n equals to 1, that member is not possible for alkene series. Alkene series is directly starts from n equals to 2, and that is carbon-carbon double bond. So let us take n equals to 2 in this formula. So it will be C2H4. So this is ethene. So what will be the structure? Carbon-carbon double bond, and each carbon is attached with 2 different hydrogen, and its name is ethene. Let us talk about alkanes. What are the alkynes? They are carbon-carbon triple bond. The same way how in the alkenes the first member is not possible, the same way in alkynes also first member is not possible. Let us check. If n equals to 1 we are taking here, it will be C1H2 minus 2. So it will be C1 only, and that is not possible. So first thing, that is contain non-corresponding alkynes, and second one, that structure itself is not possible. So first member in alkyne series is also not possible. So the homologous series for alkyne is also starts from the second member. When we are taking n equals to 2, we will get C2H2 into 2 minus 2. So it will be C2H2. And how we are going to write a structure? Carbon-carbon triple bond and one hydrogen with each carbon atom. This is alkanes, these are alkenes, and these are alkynes, and these are the member of that series. What you have to remember is the saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons, their homologous formulas, and a simple structure of this. Now let us see the difference between molecular formula and the structural formula. So for that I have taken an example from n equals to 2 in all the alkane, alkene and alkyne. So this is our ethane, this is our ethene, second member of alkene series, and ethane, second member of alkyne series. So this is molecular formula. What is a molecular formula? Molecular formula says us and show us that how many number of atoms present in one particular compound. So here if you will see, in ethane there are 2 carbons and 6 hydrogen. In ethene there are 2 carbons and 4 hydrogen, and similarly for the ethyne there are 2 carbons and 2 hydrogen. How we are going to write a molecular formula of glucose? Like C6H12O6. The same way molecular formula for hydrocarbon will also work. Now hydrocarbons do have 2 different type of structures. One is branch structure and one is chain structure. So that's why there are 2 types of structures are there. One is branched and another one is condensed. But here the maximum importance we are giving is that for carbon-carbon chain and carbon-carbon single bond, double bond or triple bond. So that's why whenever we are writing a condensed structure, we are showing that bond separately. So in branch structure, in structural formula, in branch structure for ethane, we are writing like carbon-carbon single bond, and each carbon is connected with 3 different hydrogen. Like this. So this is known as branch structure. You can see the branch for first carbon and second carbon. Similarly for the ethene, both the carbon is connected with 2 different hydrogen. So here are the hydrogen. And for the ethyne, carbon-carbon triple bond, and each carbon is connected with 1 different hydrogen. Now condensed structure. In condensed structure we will show a carbon-carbon bond, but we will keep all the hydrogen together. So carbon-carbon single bond, and we are going to write here H3 and H3. This is our condensed structure for ethane. Similarly for the ethene, carbon-carbon double bond, and here it is CH2, CH2. 2. And for the alkynes, for ethyne, it is carbon-carbon triple bond and 1 hydrogen for each of the carbon. So this is our condensed structure where we are giving more importance to carbon and carbon bond, but we are keeping all the hydrogen together. We are going to learn about a basic concept of IUPAC nomenclature, and that is all about alkane, alkene and alkyne. So there are 3 basic groups in organic structure. Alkane, they are single bonded, alkene, they are double bonded, and alkynes, they are triple bonded. So in this 3 basic group, first one are alkane. They are single bonded and with the suffix ane. Second are double bonded with the suffix ene. And third one are triple bonded with the suffix yne. So here there are certain root words which we are going to use when a particular number of carbon atoms are present in organic structure. For example, when 1 carbon is there, we are using root word meth. When there are 2 carbon in a chain, we are using eth. We are using that particular organic nomenclature name with this root word, and it is depending upon a chain that which bond is there. If it is a single bond, then suffix will come ane. If it is a double bond, then ene will come, and if it is a triple bond, then yne will come. Then first you have to identify how many carbons are there plus whatever suffix will come later, and this will decide how many bonds are there. Either single bond is there, double bond is there, or triple bond is there. So first you have to see how many number of carbon atoms are there, and then you have to see how many numbers of bonds are there, and according to the suffix we are using. What are the suffix? If single bonded, ane, double bonded, ene, and triple bonded, yne. So let us start with the first member of alkane series. This is alkane series, this is alkene series, and this is alkyne series. So first is root word meth. So first I am going to write meth. When 1 carbon is there with all the single bond, we are using meth plus ane suffix. So the first member is methane. Second, if there are 2 carbons with all the single bond, then with 2 carbon eth will come, and if there are all single bond, ane we are going to use. Then if there are 3 carbon bonds are there, then it starts with prop, and ane suffix will come. So propane. Like this, if we are going to see, then methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane and nonane. So this is our alkane change. If there is 1 carbon atom, then it is methane, 2 then ethane, 3 then propane. Similarly for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. But the condition is all the bonds should be single bond. Now let us move towards alkenes. As we know, there is no first member in alkene. So let us start from the structure where there are 2 carbon atom in any structure. So there is no first member. So start from the structure where there are 2 carbon atom. So the root word we are using is eth. So it will be eth, and what suffix we are using is ene. So it will be ene. So name is going to be ethene. Now when there are 3 carbon atoms in organic structure, so the root word that we are going to use is prop, and what suffix we are using is ene. So it will be propene. When there are 4 carbon atoms in structure, we are going to use but, and the suffix will be ene. And similarly for the rest of the alkene series. But what you have to see in those structure, that there should be at least one double bond. Then they are going to be a member of alkene series. Now let us go for alkyne. There is no first member in alkyne series also. So when there are two carbon atoms in a structure, we are going to use eth, and there is a triple bond. A suffix will be yne. So it will be ethyne. When there are three carbon atoms, then we are going to use prop, and a triple bond, we are going to use suffix yne. So it is going to be propyne. So what you have to remember in this is, these are root words. You have to remember till four carbon atoms, and rest all are pent, hex, hept, oct and non. They are like penta means 5, hexa means 6, hepta means 7, octa means 8 and nona means none. So as you will do more and more practice, you will remember this root word. Let us understand how to give a name to any organic structure. So there are three basic rules. First, identify the long chain. Second, you have to see whether this chain is a single bonded, whether any double bond is there or any triple bond is there. Then substitute groups are there. These are the new things we will understand. So for example, let us take this chain. In this, let us fill the valency of carbon with hydrogen atom. So first, according to the first rule, we have to identify the chain. Chain means the long chain. You have to see for the chain that consists maximum number of carbon atom. This is a straight chain. This rule will applicable more for the branch chain. In the branch structure, you have to see which is the longest one. Let us try to understand this first. So this is, if you will see, there are only single bonds. There is nowhere double bond or triple bond. And how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Carbon with 4 carbon atoms in a one structure. That means it is but. And no other substitute groups are there. No double bond, no triple bond. So this is alkane group and the suffix will be ane. So this is butane. We can also write this normal butane. Normal butane means it is a straight chain structure of butane. So let us take some more example based on all this group, and let us try to understand what are this substitute group. Let us take some more example. This first one, I have taken 3 different example. First one is for single bonded, second one is for double bonded, and third one is for triple bonded. Let us see the first one. So first, as per our rule, first we'll identify the chain. If we will see, then this is our main chain, a straight chain, and how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 carbon atoms. So it will be pent. So it will be pent. Since this is a single bond and it is a straight chain alkane, so the suffix will be ane. It is pentane. So this structure's name is pentane. Let us go to second example. So the first one is chain. Let us identify the chain. This is straight chain, and how many carbon atoms are there? 3 carbon atoms. So name will start with prop. Now if you will see, as per the second rule, we have to see for the bonds. So here double bond is there. So definitely it will be ENE, propene. But when you are writing a bond, when you are giving ENE or YNE, you have to write position for double bond also. So how to identify the position? So for that we are giving a numbering to a long chain. For example, this is our structure and here double bond is there. For example, I am not writing here hydrogen, just to make sure you can understand the numbering. So 1, 2 and 3. This number pattern is from right to left. Now another number pattern. 1, 2 and 3. So I have given here 2 types of numbering. Left to right and right to left. When you are giving this number, you have to carefully see that which number is the smallest. Either third or 1. 1 is the smallest. So when you are giving a number to any bond, why we are giving a number to any bond? It shows that at that position, at that carbon atom, this double bond is there. So we are showing the position for that double bond, and it is necessary that we have to give a smallest possible number to that double bond. So first one is smallest. So I am writing here 1 propene or prop 1 ene. That means prop 1 ene. So in this case I have followed this number pattern, not this. Right? When you are giving a name to any hydrocarbon chain, then when you are giving a numbering to any hydrocarbon chain, you have to see that when we are writing from left to right, the double bond gets a smaller number, or when we are writing opposite direction and double bond will get a smaller number. Which number is the smallest one? That number system you have to follow. So from this and this I have followed this number pattern and I have given 1 propene name, or you can write prop 1 ene. That means there are 3 carbon atoms in the chain and the double bond is at the first position. Now let us try to understand the third one. First, identify the chain. So this is our chain. How many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 is pent. Now if you are seeing here triple bond is there. So definitely it will be Y and E, pentyne. But again, how we have given numbers to double bond, the same way we have to give numbers to this chain also. Let us write here our chain. This is our chain and here is a double bond. So let us understand from right to left. First we'll write, then left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In both the number system, which one is the smaller? First one. So we are writing here 1 pentaene or pent 1 ene. You can write like that. It suggests that, it shows that the triple bond is at the first position. So like this, till now we have covered only 2 rules. That when double bond and triple bond will be there, how to give a numbering to them. Let us practice some more example based on this. Now let us practice some more structure. If you are already confident with your naming for alkane, alkene and alkyne, then just pause the video and try to write all this nomenclature by yourself. And those who are still worried about the naming, let us understand how it is. So first one, here first rule is chain. So always keep in a mind, we have to identify our chain, and this is our chain. So in this, how many carbon atoms are there? 4 carbon atoms. So it starts with but. Then you see that where is the double bond? Let us give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. When we are giving numbers from right to left and left to right, we got two numbers, 3 and 2. So 2 is the smaller one. So we are writing here 2 ene. Why we have kept ene? Because this is double bond. So this is butene, 2 butene. Now let us try to understand this one. First, as per our rule, chain, identify the chain, the main chain. This, how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it will be pent. Then you see that where is a double bond? Here. Then let us give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and other way around 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now if you will see 2 and 3. So which one is the smallest one? Obviously 2. So it will be 2 ene. Pant, 2 ene or 2 pentene. Let us understand the third one. In this, which bond is there? Triple bond. Let us see what is chain is there. This is our chain. How many carbon atom are there? 4. So it will be but. Then let us give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Obviously it is in the middle, so it will be 2. 2 YNE or 2 butane. Let us understand third one. Identify the chain. This is our chain. How many carbon atoms are there? 6 carbon atoms. So it will be hex. And let us give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So hex 3 hexyne, and the double bond is at third position. Let us talk about substitute group. What are the substitute group? In an organic structure, there is specific group is attached over there, and because of those particular substitute group, the suffix will be added to that name. And how many substitute group in our course, in our syllabus? There are 4 major substitutes are there. First one is OH. They are known as alcohols. Second, COOH, COOH. They are carboxylic acid. Third one is COH. It is aldehyde. And the last one, I have denoted it with X. They are chloride, bromide and iodide. And they are known as halide. So, what is the speciality of this substitute group? When OH is attached to any particular organic structure, the suffix will come in that name is all. For example, ethane. This is ethane. If in ethane OH group is attached, then the name will be ethanol, like that. This suffix will be added to that. Why? Because this OH group has attached over there. Structures we will see in next segment in a detail. This is Just I am giving you a brief idea about how the name is going to change when any substitute group will be there. Then COOH, these are carboxylic acids. Now the second one is carboxylic acid. In this COOH is there, in which one oxygen is attached with carbon with a double bond and other the OH group is attached with carbon. So in COOH, one oxygen is attached with a double bond to the carbon atom and other OH group is attached with carbon. So this is the structure of this substitute group. When this structure it is attached with our organic compound, the suffix will come is oic acid. The suffix will come is oic acid. Now if in ethane this COOH is attached, the name is going to be ethanoic acid. Why? Because of this oic acid substitute group is attached over ethane. That's why. Now the third one is aldehyde. In this also COH, this COH is attached like C double bond O and H. This COH structure is known as aldehyde and it gives suffix Al, al. It is Al and this is the structure of that substitute group. So when this structure is attached with our ethane, the name is going to be ethanol. Why? Because this aldehyde structure is attached with ethane. So the name is going to be ethanol. Now last one is halide. Halide consists of chloride, bromide, iodide, right? These are the halide group. So when this is attached to our structure, it comes in a prefix, that chloro, ethane, chloro, methane and so on. So when we are going to learn about all those structure in detail, we are going to see this. This is known as chloro, bromo and iodo. So this name will come as a prefix in the name. Chloropropane, bromopropane and so on. Now let us understand when alcohol group is attached in our organic compound, how we are going to name them. So this is a first example and here OH group is attached. So according to our rules of nomenclature, what are the rules? First will be chain, second will be bonds, either it is single bond or double bond or triple bond. Then third will be substitute groups, if there are any groups attached to that or not. So first we are going to identify chain. So what is our long chain? This is our long chain. So how many carbon atom are there? 3. So it is definitely going to be a prop. And all are single bond. If you will see, all are single bond. So this is belongs to alkane series. But also there is a substitute. So substitute group is there. So when we are giving a numbering to double bond and triple bond and we are seeing that the smallest possible number should come to double bond and triple bond. The same way we are giving a smallest possible number to this substitute group also. So let us write one number pattern, that is from left to right and another is right to left. Now you see one number comes 3 and another number is 1. So definitely 1 is the smaller. So 1. So I am writing here 1. And since OH group is attached, which suffix will come? OL. So here propanol. So what this name suggests? That prop means there are 3 carbon atoms. All suggest that somewhere OH group is there and one suggests that at the first position OH group is there. Now let us take second example. As per our rule, first identify the chain. This is our long chain. Let us give a numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it is going to be pent, right? Then any substitute group is there? Yes, OH is there. So it is pentanol. Pentanol. But in which position OH group is there? So let us give numbering to them. Right to left and left to right. Now see, in both the position, because it is odd number and this is in the middle, in both the cases it is coming 3. So we are going to write here 3. So what this name suggests, since it is penta, it says that there is 5 carbon atom. All suggest that alcohol group is there, and where is that group? It is at the third position. It is at the third carbon atom of 5 carbon atom chain. Let us understand for carboxylic acid. So what is the group? COOH. In this, oxygen it is attached with double bond with C and another group is OH. So this is the structure of our substitute group. In carboxylic acid, this substitute group itself is having a carbon atom in this. So when we are writing COOH, and if you are seeing here, carbon's 3 covalent bond is already occupied. 1, 2 with oxygen and another with OH. So it is lacking with only 1 bond. So in this group, if we will expand this structure, it is H, then C is attached with this O and another OH is there. So this is a first member of carboxylic acid, that is meth, and then oic acid, methanoic acid. Methane, because there is 1 carbon atom, and oic acid because that COOH group is attached. Yes, this is a substitute group which has a carbon atom. So when with this substitute group, when we are keeping 1 H, this considered as a first member of carboxylic acid series. So the second one, this is methanoic acid. Now the second one. In this, if you will see, there are 2 carbon atom. This is 1 and this is 2. And this one is attached with 3 other hydrogen, whereas this is with our substitute group. So this is going to be, since there is 2 carbon, this is going to be ethane and carboxylic acid, so ethanoic acid. And this carbon is attached here with 1 bond and 3 other bond with 2 with oxygen and 1 with OH group. In this, if you will see, how many carbon atoms are there? 4 carbon atoms are there. So here it is butanoic acid. While we are writing names for the alcohol, it is with OH. There is no carbon group in that. So we can see a separate carbon in alcohols. There are 4, there are 3. But in this, the group itself has 1 carbon atom. So this group is also consists 1 carbon atom. So this carbon atom we are counting as a 1 carbon atom in our chain. When this group and another carbon is there, we are considering there are 2 carbon in our structure. So the chain is of 2 carbon and we are giving a numbering according to them. And the suffix will come is oic acid, methanoic acid, ethanoic acid, butanoic acid and so on. Now let us understand for second structure. There are 2 carbon atom, one with the 3 hydrogen and one with our substitute group. So since there are two carbon atom, the name is ethane and COOH is there. So the suffix will be ethanoic acid. So this structure is ethanoic acid. Now the third structure. In this 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbon atoms are there. So with third structure there are 4 carbon atoms are there. 3 this and 1 along with our substitute group. So this is going to be butane, and since this COOH is there, the name will be butanoic acid. So aldehyde substitute group consists of CHO. In this also carbon is attached with oxygen with double bond and one hydrogen is with single bond. So here the first structure of aldehyde series is HCHO. Already carbon has 3 different bonds with oxygen and hydrogen. So it is lacking with one bond. So it is going to attach with here, that is hydrogen. So this is the one carbon along with this group. So it is methane. This is going to be methane and aldehyde suffix will be al. So this is going to be methanal. Again, one carbon atom attached with this aldehyde group. Since this group is already having carbon, that carbon we are considering as a one carbon in the first member of aldehyde group. So it is, what is the aldehyde group and what is the first member? Aldehyde group is methanol, ethanol, propanol, butanol and so on. So this will be going to be a first member because one carbon is already there. Now let us check for this. There are 2 carbon atoms. So it is going to be ethane, right? And this carbon is attached with this aldehyde group. So it is going to be ethanol. Now third one. How many carbon atoms are there? There are 4 carbon atoms. So it is going to be but and CHO group is there. So it is butanol. Let us learn about a substitute group that comes under alkyl halide. So when in a substitute group we are using a chlorine, bromine and iodine, it is known as alkyl halide. So let us take one example of ethane. When we are taking carbon-carbon bond and in one carbon, that is a chlorine. So this is our ethane and in one carbon atom chlorine is there. So this is going to be chloroethane. When we are taking a bromine instead of chlorine, so the name change will be bromoethane. And this is how it works for propane also. That 3 carbon-carbon atom will be there and in that if anywhere bromine is there. So this is our propane and at one place bromine is there. So we are going to write bromopropane. And since it is at the first place of carbon, we are writing 1 bromopropane. What this name suggests? Propane says that it is a 3 carbon atom. Bromo says somewhere a bromine group is there. And 1 suggests that at the first place of carbon, the bromine is attached over there. So this is also we can write like 1 bromopropyl. So that's why it is also known as alkyl halide, bromopropyl or chloroethyl. So this name is also correct and this name is also correct. Similarly, when it is chlorine, we are writing chloro. When it is bromine, we are writing bromo. When it is iodine, we are writing iodo. The thing is, in other substitute group, alcohol, aldehyde, we are joining suffix, that OL and AL. Whereas here we are writing prefix for chloro, bromo and iodo.